Hi, today I thought we could have a little talk about affirmations and how to get them to work for you. I'm Valerie and I want to welcome you to Mongata. So, I hear all the time people go, I hate affirmations. I don't use them, they don't work. I say the same phrase over and over and over again, and it's rubbish, like it doesn't work for me. Well, we have to remember that our mind is one of our most powerful tools. And is what affirmations really do is create new neural pathways in our brain and reconditions old beliefs that may not be working for us. So that means when we say that we're working immediately with the subconscious mind. And if we define affirmations like this, that it is a statement that we believe to be true. Now here's where we get hung up, right? So we say it out loud and we say it in our mind and we repeat it over and over and over again. However, if we don't match that phrase with a feeling, then that's where the hiccup becomes a reality in the sense affirmations don't work. So I want to just kind of share with you where affirmations are working in your life. If you think they don't work, we're affirming things every single day. So what about phrases like, "Oh, that's not going to work for me. I don't know enough. I don't have enough certificates or education. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm having a terrible day. I'm too fat. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough." Those types of statements are also affirmations. And just think about on the negative side how those affirmations are appearing in your life. And so when we say the word affirmation, we're also thinking about those things that we wish were true, those things that we want to believe are true, but in our subconscious mind, we don't believe them to be true. And so when we say a statement like, "Oh, I'm broke," which could actually be a fact, right? But you believe it energetically in a feeling form, and that also backs up then the affirmation. Or, "I'm ugly, I'm fat." Think about the feelings those words conjure for you, if you've ever used them. Or, "I'm having a terrible day and nothing ever goes right for me." Just think about if you've ever said that, where you're feeling that in your body. So I just want to show you that we're affirming things to be true, our truths. Each one of us has our own personal truths every single day. So now let's start to shift this idea of affirmations and how we can bring them into reality for ourselves. So I want you to just like focus on your heart space for a minute and go ahead and take a nice deep breath in, focusing on your heart space and then exhaling. Again, get that feeling of the heart going. Inhale and then exhale. And one more time, feeling into the heart space, inhaling and exhaling. And now let's just say an affirmation such as, "Everything in my business is going well." And just breathe that in. What would that feel like to have that truth? Everything in my business is going well. I attract abundance, right? Exhaling. A lot of affirmations have to do around money and abundance. So breathing into your heart space and choosing an affirmation for yourself, such as, "I am a money magnet." So breathe that in. But what does that feel like? I am a money magnet. And exhaling and really get that sense of what does that feel like. And if you can't get that feeling, I invite you to get really curious in this session or as you go on with your day. What does abundance feel like? What does being a money magnet feel like? Another place we have a lot of affirmations around is about our health and well-being, of wanting to get better. So, what does feeling well or getting better feel like to you? And this is really difficult if you are feeling really sick, if you are in pain, if your brain is foggy. These things are really difficult. So, maybe presenting an affirmation that goes, each day I am feeling better and better. What does that feel like to you? Where do you feel that in your body? And if this is a challenge for you, really look at your body and where you're feeling that tension, where you're feeling that difficulty. And it could be an actual body part, right? So focus on that body part. Ask it and its spirit to walk out of the room for just a moment. So as you're in this deep space of breathing and asking that body part to just step outside for a moment so you can feel some relief, then say to yourself, each day I am feeling better and better. And really notice that shift and change in your perspective. And another last example of affirmations is that of romance and partnership. I am finding my life partner. And really feeling that in your body. So oftentimes we go right to the lack of how it feels miserable to be alone, how it feels miserable to be lacking in funds and money, how it feels to be lacking in health. But when we feel that way, we will get more of the same. And nobody actually wishes this for themselves. So always knowing that there is a different and better choice that we can try and experiment with. And I say this, that life is an experiment. And so it's not yes and no, off and on, good or bad. But there's a whole spectrum in between those feelings and those polarities that we can experiment with. And I invite you to experiment in all its ranges. And then you'll know where that sweet spot is for you and what feels good to you. So, as you're calling in your life partner or you're wanting to heal a relationship you're already in, getting into that heart space and what does that feel like? And choosing the affirmation that works for you and then saying it from a place of feeling. One of the other things that is often forgotten when we're saying affirmations is the release. So we can say it and we can feel it and we can say it and we can feel it. But this is where I invite you to trust the universe, or as I like to call it, GUS, God, Universe, Source, whatever word works for you. And oftentimes here at Mangata, among friends and colleagues and family, we actually use the term GUS. So whatever works for you, just release it to your higher self, your higher power, and know that it will be taken care of. So just to take an exercise away with you this week, write down 3 to 5 affirmations that you're going to work with this week. And as you sit down and get quiet, come into your heart space. And then say each one from a place of feeling and emotion, the words out loud. And if you still don't feel it vibing for you or working for you in that moment, I want you to say it as a chant. Every single day, I am feeling better and better. Every single day, I am feeling better and better. That's an example. But now the brain, when it hears a chant, it embodies it. It takes that vibration. Remember, words in our minds are powerful places. So another way to really imprint and embody these words is to put a different accent on a word. So each and every day I am feeling better and better. Each and every day I am feeling better and better. Each day I am feeling better and better. Each day I am feeling better and better. So, going down the sequence of your affirmation and stressing the first word and then saying the rest kind of monotone. And then the next time through, stressing the second word and all the other words are in a monotone, really begins to repattern our brain and is why our brain and our mind go to the negative first. Is that comes from our neocortex at the base of our skull. It's a survival instinct. So our brain is always scanning for those things that can take us out of safety and bring us harm. So we are wired to see the negative first. So don't be all hard on yourself and beating up on yourself. So to go positive is really a conscious effort, an intention, right? Something that we are present for and we ignite, we initiate saying, I'm going to sit here and be positive in my feelings and in my thoughts for just a few minutes today. And then in the releasing to a higher power, knowing that that's got your back and it's taken care of. So those are my thoughts on affirmations today. If you like this video, I invite you to comment. I love hearing your comments. And also feel free to subscribe. We are building out the Mongata channel, and I just love to feel community here. And I don't want you to miss an episode. I have a lot planned. So as always, I wish you a beautiful day. Go forth and be your marvelous self and travel gently through this life. We'll see you next time.